with Dustin Poirier, you see some of the essential elements that make a gritty tactical brawler superior to a normal brawler, or even just a gritty tough brawler. He is tough and he's a fighter, but he knows when, where, and how to pick his battles. So at this point, we see Benoit Saint Denis opening up, doing everything he can to find opportunities to deal damage. But what is Dustin Poirier doing? He's being defensive, but Dustin Poirier's defense is unique, and I really like it because he doesn't just sit there in the high guard or shell. He shifts and moves with the offense, catching a lot of shots and deflecting a lot of shots hitting his elbows. And when Dustin Poirier is opening up, he's opening up in spurts. So he's catching and blocking a lot of these shots, just being aware, being defensive, being responsible. But if you'll notice, he's not just sitting there doing nothing. He's looking, he's waiting for opportunities. And when he does see him, he'll launch a shot up in there, a tight uppercut or a tight hook. So yeah, he's in a brawl, but he's educated. Not just about when to open up, but what shots to open up with. Uppercuts because there's an opening up the middle because Benoit Saint Denis' arms are open. So he's not just throwing random stuff. He's looking while he's being defensive. So even on the exit right here, it's all about opportunities. On the exit right here, you can say what he needs, but he's trying to pull back. Boom, looks for that right hook, and that right hook is obviously going to be important later. So even on the exit, it's just a constant awareness of opportunities and positions. There's another great example. Saint Denis coming forward, just opening up, throwing as many shots as he can. Some of them kind of getting through, a lot of them getting blocked. But this is a great example. Defense when defense is needed, and offense when the opportunity arises. Dustin looking for shots. You see when he's moving, if you see his eye, well, it's just too blurry, it's too pixelated to see. But if you pay attention to Dustin Poirier, his eyes is always there, and he's looking. Boom, he looks for opportunity. He takes advantage of it. The tactical part is what makes the gritty tactical brawler a viable fighting archetype. It's not just the ability to go to war, it's understanding and implementing the art of war, which is the same thing I said for Evander Holyfield in the Riddick Bowe breakdown. Benoit Saint Denis putting on constant pressure, trying to corner Poirier and hit him with a bunch of combos and look for opportunities to grapple. And Poirier is just being patient, and Benoit Saint Denis is doing everything he can to close the distance, but he's not being defensively responsible. So Poirier is looking for opportunities. Here comes one, whoop, uppercut. Again, these shot selections aren't random. This is all about awareness of the best possible options in that storm, in this chaos, in these exchanges is where someone like Dustin Poirier is at their maximum when it comes to ability to deal damage and even avoid it. I say gritty tactical brawlers dominate in exchanges. And look, there goes that uppercut again. He's waiting for Benoit Saint Denis to extend his arms when Saint Denis is trying to get control. It's just all about timing and position. The gritty tactical brawler is the tactical. I can't emphasize that enough. And Saint Denis is trying to overwhelm him. Basically, that's what Saint Denis' game plan was, to overwhelm him and to drown him. And it was kind of working. I saw Poirier tired in that first round, but Poirier's used to going to war, so his tactical element still, is in play. Even when he's tired, even when he's hurt, he's still dangerous. Saint Denis opening up, body shots. Saint Denis not doing a bad job offensively, but Dustin Poirier trying to sneak in another uppercut because he's ducking down low. And then that tight right hook. Again, that tight right hook is going to be important at the end because his signature shot. Again, Saint Denis putting on pressure, and Poirier try to time that entry again. And then he tries to throw that cross, and then he tries to follow up with uppercut. And then Saint Denis is trying to get hands on Dustin Poirier's shoulders and arms and control him. Poirier pushes out, frames out, making room, and then he's gonna try and launch a body shot, but they kind of cancel each other out right there. And then Saint Denis is gonna try and step into range again. What's Poirier doing? He's intercepting him as he's trying to load up on more offense. And then catch, counter. Catch and counter, I think, is a cornerstone to the gritty tactical brawler style. You'll see them catch stuff on their guard, counter back either with the same hand or with the opposite hand, don't matter. And then this moment comes. So they disengage again. So notice how every time they disengage, after a certain amount of time in the fight, Dustin Poirier starts timing the entries and offense of Benoit Saint Denis. So he's expecting Benoit to enter at certain times, and there goes that cross again. Now, why did Benoit's cross miss and Dustin's land perfectly? Well, not just accuracy, but on Dustin's part, he got out of the way of the cross because he doesn't just throw it with his head on the center line. He slightly moves off, game of inches. So that game of inches is very important in a brawl because y'all both throwing the same shot. The difference between him ending up on the canvas and you standing up sometimes is just because you have the awareness to slightly position yourself off target. They disengage again. Dustin Poirier feints a jab, gets Benoit Saint Denis to get defensive, throws across. Benoit tries to answer back, but look what Dustin does. Just gets underneath the shot, barely, game of inches. Remember, it's such small stuff. And now that Benoit just barely missed, he's in a horrible position, and Dustin is in a great position to load up on that right hook that blasts him on the chin and ends the fight. So that is all. Make sure you hit the like button, fight scientists. I might get that final part out tonight with Cheeto versus Sean O'Malley. I might get it out tomorrow, who knows? But hit that notification bell so you can be ready for when that comes. I will see y'all later. Immortality Serum out.